Hey, everybody. Danielle and Matt Noyes here. Took a little break last week for Thanksgiving, but we're back with your photos and questions.
And you keep them coming. This has been great, especially now the snow is still flying. We've been able to get a lot of pictures coming in.
Got some awesome ones today, too, with the snow out there. I love this one from Sandra from Petersham. Said, look, I woke up inside a snow globe this morning. Beautiful shot there of the big fat flakes.
That's wonderful. You know, snow wasn't just in Petersham. It was also in Wolfeboro, New Hampshire. Chris sends this one in.
He said 3 inches of snow was not the wet, pasty 2 inches they had on Thanksgiving. So it was fluffier, still had enough water content to cling to the trees as the sun breaks through the overcast. Thanks, Chris.
You know you're a lifelong New Englander when you can talk about the consistency of the snow from one storm to the next. Not much consistency on this one, although it's holiday survivors. I like the way you put that, Kevin. They're the lucky ones right there.
Going right to their second bird feeder, Kevin said. Glenn and Heather sent this shot from Cherry Valley. There's a bird feeder, too, in central Massachusetts. Cherry Valley.
Yeah.
I had to look it up.
Right? Me too, when it came in. Absolutely. You and I both did the same thing.
Leicester.
Beautiful little village in Leicester, a little neighborhood in Leicester. I love it. Thanks, Glenn and Heather. And look at that. We learned something new after all these decades of doing this in New England. All right, here we go. There's Bigfoot. Can you see Bigfoot if you squint right there?
Can you?
Richard did in Derry, New Hampshire, right there in the
see
middle of
it.
the snow.
I see
Love
it.
it. Thanks for the sense of humor, Richard. That is awesome. How about Jackie's shot of Leone?
Oh, repping 1 degree outside at Gillette Stadium at the Pats game on Sunday. Has the black sweatshirt and the white one. Thanks,
I want
Leone.
one like that. How do I get one like that?
Swag.onedegreeoutside.com. So many different items and sizes and colors to choose from there.
I love it. Here we go. Phantom Salt Cliff Clouds at sunset at Devereux Beach in Marblehead, Lynn. Gorgeous shot. Love the texture. It's like it goes on and on. It's absolutely gorgeous. And then here's this one down south.
Oh, so gorgeous. This was in Boonville, North Carolina. Matt sent it. It's and launched from Rag Apple Lassie Winery here with the hot air balloon.
Really appreciate when you take us traveling with you. That's awesome. This one, traveling, but not too far, right on the Cape.
Right on the Cape in Hyannis. Cobble Beach sunset. Beautiful oranges there with the clouds in the background.
And how do you like this one? Wow, Ken built his own pickleball court. Lucky Ken. I love it. I bet that pickleball court's been getting some action, although that was just before we saw the recent snow, so it's a little bit colder game of pickleball now.
It might be a little hiatus here for pickleball, just for a short time, Ken.
Yeah, I would say that's right. Meanwhile, we'll go ahead and bring up our question and answer time. It's from Ed. Ed says, as this starts my second winter in Manchester, New Hampshire, is this a location typically a snow line demarcation? I'm from D.C., and we were regularly in that situation for having rain in the city with snow just north and west. Well, I guess the answer is kind of mixed on this one, isn't it?
It is, Ed. You know, typically we get these rain snow line scenarios here in New England. A lot of it has to do with the wind, the ocean nearby, where we get that rain snow line to set up. But there are admittedly some storms where we get more snow depending on location.
Mostly it's going to be found when you get to 495 in eastern Massachusetts. Actually, one thing we did is we just took, this is kind of at random, just pulled from the moment, the current snow cover across the area that's showing up behind us. But you can see behind us here that when you get outside of 495, there's one increase in snow. Then the same thing in the Worcester Hills. We find it also at the Route 2 corridor in northern Massachusetts. Manchester, usually not known as necessarily being the delineation, but there is kind of this linear ramp up in snow amounts when you go from, let's say, the Mass New Hampshire border to Concord, New Hampshire. I actually pulled some stats just to answer the question.
Oh, I love it when you pull stats.
That's right. So Boston averages 49.2 inches of snow per year, while Concord, New Hampshire, just north of Manchester, averages 67.7 inches. So there is that steady ramp up the farther north and northwest that you go.
That's definitely a marked increase. So, Ed, there you go.
That's right. If you have questions to send in to us, feel free. Please do. You can use the Contact Us form that's on our website at onedegreeoutside.com or reach us on social media, the number 1 degree outside.
We'll see you next week.